we've had some Rots before. Thank you for talking on cue, but the fluffy one down here is a little bit more unique, which Mark will talk about in just a sec, but Rots are also a little bit more rare too for us. Yep.
Oh, you're on. Okay, cool. All right, so two little guys in here, one hiding in the corner that you probably can't even see. So we'll get her out here. Hey, you, be nice. All right, so yeah, you can pretty much figure out what this one is. This is a Rottweiler. Okay, little girl. All right, and that is Calypso. And then Lunette is the big fuzzy one that looks like a husky because she's part husky. She's what we call a Husky Mo. So let me crawl down here and talk about these guys. You gotta be nice. You're being kind of radical. Hi, sweetie. How are you going? Huh? All right. So let's talk about the Husky Mo first. So what is a Husky Mo? Husky Mo is actually a mix. It is Husky and American Eskimo. Basically what this dog is going to end up being is basically a miniature Husky in essence. Your American Eskimo dog and your Husky are both in the Spitz family. As purebreds, they look very similar as far as like just body structure. Your Eskimos are quite a bit smaller, a lot smaller. Eskimos are typically only in about that 20-pound range, where your Huskies are typically in that 50, 60-pound range. But your Husky, this is a traditional Husky color pattern. Very nice to get something like this. Because usually in the mix, you're not going to be lucky enough to get such a Husky-looking Husky Mo. But anyway, like I said, both of the parents are in the Spitz family, so they both have, the long coat. They both have the curly tail and stuff like that. The legs for running and things like that. They're both athletic types of dogs. So nice little unique pup. Like I said, we've had Husky Mo's like a time or two, not very much. But definitely kind of excited with this little girl. And if you, say you are in a smaller, I don't know about an apartment, but a smaller home, or have a smaller yard or something like that, or, you don't want a full-size Husky, this would be a nice way to go to get a miniature version of that, because that's, realistically, that's exactly what it is. It's a miniature version of a Husky. But, anyway, so your Husky Mo, this little girl, this is Lunette is her name. She is going to be in about that 20 to 30-pound range. Her parents are a normal size Eskimo and a normal size Husky. So it's very hard to guess exactly weight-wise where she's going to come in at, because you're talking, like I said, 20 pounds versus 60 pounds are the parent weights. So we're hoping, and then based on like where she's at right now, we're hoping that she's somewhere in the middle. And I have her at 20 to 30, and she's definitely going to be more than 20, because she's a heavier. Now she does have a lot of fur too, so, but she's heavier bodied, but shorter in legs. So anyway, I think 30 is a realistic point as to where she's going to come in at. Now, she doesn't have blue eyes though. She has regular brown eyes, so she didn't inherit that Husky blue eye thing, but still pretty little girl. Now she, of course, is a shedding dog. This is a double coat. Huskies and Eskimos both have double coats. And what a double coat means is they have a very soft down fur. Right now, as a puppy, she doesn't really have like full-blown double coat quite just yet, because she hasn't grown into that. But you go play with your toy. Here, come here, play with your dinosaur. There you go. She will have a double coat in time, and they have a very soft down coat underneath that keeps them very warm. They have a longer guard coat, what we call a guard coat, on the outside, and that's what protects them from the elements, be it both, the sunlight as well, like in the summer. The sunlight, the UV lights and stuff, because their skin is very sensitive. One thing with these guys, do not shave them, please. They should not be groomed and shaved down. People unfortunately make the misconception that the dog will actually be cooler in the summer and stuff without that coat. they have that coat for a reason, and it is to protect them, and it does so in all elements, you know. So, you know, winter time, of course, these guys will be outside no matter what. They love to be outside, absolutely love it. The colder the better, quite honestly. These guys adore being outside. So if you're looking for something a little bit different in kind of the Husky Spitz family, we've got just what you need, and her name is Lunette. Now you, come here. Chewing up everybody, and me included. All right, so this is Calypso. Calypso is a Rottweiler, okay, a pure Rottweiler. Hi, baby girl. All right, she is going to be about 100 pounds, and when she matures, her dad, I think, was 100 and, trying to remember, I should have looked. Hold on. Her dad was like 150 or 130 or something, and mom was like 100. She does not want to sit. So anyway, so she doesn't want to sit, so we'll let her run. All right, so Rottweiler. This little girl is super sweet. Okay, she's being really radical right now. At home, I had her at the house with me, not in my house, but we do quarantine for the puppies at the house. So come here. I've had her for 10 days, and she was actually very chill. She wasn't being. She must be like the extra room here to run around or something, because her heart's just a little is racing. But,
hey, Mark,
anyway,
real quick here, I was just going to give you that her mama is 100 pounds and then her dad's 130.
130. I couldn't remember if it was 130 or 150, but thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway, so like I said, when I had her, she was actually being very loving, and she is very loving. And if you know the Rottweiler breed, these guys are amazing dogs. You just need to have some extra room for them. Like, you know, I mean, they take up your whole kitchen floor, but if you want a loyal dog, you know, something, hey, if you want a loyal dog, this is definitely what you need. Come here. The Rottweiler, they're amazing dogs. They really are. They are a shedding dog. They do have a shorter coat, but they do shed, and there's quite a bit of volume because of the size of the body. So you do have to work with that. You are going to have to vacuum and clean up after them. Are you going to come here and sit still? I don't think so. But as far as good with people, as far as good with kids, loyal to the family, they are so loyal to you guys. I actually have, this is not one of my personal pups, but I do have Rottweilers in my breeding program as well. And they are just really, really amazing dogs. So, you know, we don't get these guys in very often. So if you're definitely looking, you know, Christmas isn't too far away, and it's certainly not too short of a time to start with these guys. So before we head over, let me tell you just a little bit about us. We are Your New Puppy. We are located here in Cincinnati, and we are open. We have regular hours. We're open 7 days a week, and you are more than welcome to come in and play with these guys. And of course, if you're interested, you know, we are here to find these guys great, fantastic homes. So that is what we are all about. You will we're on Instagram and YouTube at the moment. So in our profile, you will find our website link. All right, Michael will give you that in a second if you can't find the link, but the website link is there. We do recommend highly that you go to the website because there's tons of information on there. And these guys are, all the pictures, these guys are not pictured yet because they just got here today, but they will be pictured tomorrow. Theirs will be up tomorrow afternoon. You can go to social media. Again, we do what we call a sneak peek, which is a little video of these guys. But you will find just a generic posting on the website and stuff like that. If you have any questions, you can direct message us, or you can, of course, just simply pick up the phone and call. We love to talk about our puppies. So we will head over to our next play area.
All right, and while Mark's making his way over here, again, that was our Rottweiler and Husky Mo. These guys that are quite a bit smaller than what we just showcased, Mark will talk about in just a sec. We do want to thank everybody for the likes, follows, and the subscribes as well, too. We definitely appreciate that. That helps the channel out. As Mark was talking about, we do this for education purposes, and these guys are also available. Now, speaking of that, because we're multi-streaming on Instagram and YouTube, it's against terms of service on Instagram for us to throw out pricing and stuff there. So if you guys want to get that info, just direct message our page after the live. We can get you guys that info, or call us during normal business hours. We are open 7 days a week. If you guys check out the website, there is a lot of information. It's going to be yournewpuppyllc.com. But I'll go ahead and pass this over to Mark so he can talk about these two, which are the ones that you want to see anyway.
Yeah, thank you, sir. All right, so what we have in here are pretty recognizable if you know the breeds. So the black and tan one, that is our little Schnauzer. That's a miniature Schnauzer. That is Marcella. And then Lily, which is, I don't know if you can catch her on camera because she's hiding up here in the corner. So we grab her out here. There we go. So that's Lily. Lily, of course, is a French Bulldog. She is a Merle color pattern. So we will talk about them. So I do want to say, by the way, we made an announcement early on. I'll say it again. We are very thankful to veterans. Veterans Day is on Tuesday, and we are very appreciative of what you guys have done to keep our country free and safe. And we are throwing a little gratitude your way. Yeah, we're throwing a little gratitude your way. If you are a veteran, please come by the store anytime now, between now and I guess I should say tomorrow because we're closed, but anyway, now till the end of Veterans Day, which is on Tuesday, we have a $25 voucher available for you just for being a veteran. You can use it in the store, and you can use it just like cash. You can apply it to whatever you need. You know, if you want to get a puppy, that's cool. If you have a puppy and you need some supplies or want a new toy, or maybe some dog food, collars, leash, beds, whatever. We have the front of our store is all set up with supplies, and we've got plenty of stuff up there to pick from. So please, as our honor to you, please come collect that $25 voucher on our behalf and use it in the store. You do have a month to use it too, by the way. So anyway, so Marcella, this is our Schnauzer. A little bit different color. You do see this. It's not that unusual, but you do see this. Your standard Schnauzer color is, of course, salt and pepper, which is a gray look to it. They also come black and silver, and that's what this one is. She's kind of got some tan, a bit of a tan look to her. Running the traditional Schnauzer cut. She does have her ears professionally done. Dew claws removed, all that kind of stuff. Of course, she's registered as you would expect to be. So very, very nice quality, good quality Schnauzer here. So miniature Schnauzer being about that 20-pound range when she matures. Schnauzers are very, very low shed. All right. You can keep the Schnauzer cut if you like that. It's personal preference. This is hair, so this will grow back out. So if you're like, hey, not really fond of the Schnauzer cut, I like just a general like puppy cut, no worries. In about 2 months, takes hair about 8 weeks to grow, to get some length on it. So in about 2 months, her back will be a longer hair coat, and you can clip her down to a puppy cut if that's what you wish. Either way, they look stinking adorable. I like the Schnauzer cut myself. That's my personal preference. But again, you know, if you want to do the puppy cut on them, have at it, you know. But beautiful face on her. She's got beautiful markings, and of course the tan eyebrows. I mean, she's definitely got it all going for her from as far as looks. Now, of course, your Schnauzer, great family dog, nice size, compact, heavy body. Okay, heavier foot. They are or can dig. They're known for doing that. That's my finger. You're cheering on a little girl. If you want a key, do you want a key? No, your finger is more fun. How about this? That doesn't squeak. Okay, so with your Schnauzers, work with these guys on training and stuff. They're really not too bad. They train up pretty decently, but you do have to work with them a little bit. Now, grooming and things, grooming is going to depend on how you want to keep the coat. So if you keep it like this, your grooming is a little bit less as far as daily maintenance. She does have a hair, this is hair, so we'd always recommend hard combs to get through this, but there's not a lot of this here. You know, most of the hair would occur down the back and stuff like that. So if you keep it like that, you'll be able to keep her looking really nice and tidy very quickly, very simply. If you want that to grow in, you will have to do combings with her, and about every 3 days will be adequate. And then she will need to go to the groomer as well, unless you can groom yourself, unless you know how to do this cut. And just a little trick on the cut, if I can show you, see if we can get this. This cut is actually a straight line, okay? Like if you hold her leg, okay, that's actually a straight line that comes all the way around, the chest, okay, and back down the other side. When she's positioned correctly, like this, that is actually a straight line. So if you're trying to do this at home and wondering how to do it, take a look at it. I was kind of holding her, wasn't really holding her the best way. But if you're doing it, when she's standing natural, it looks like it kind of curves, but when you actually stretch your leg out, it comes straight. So just a little tidbit there, if you're wondering how to do that Schnauzer cut. Of course, I'd definitely look it up, you know, and get better instructions. I'm certain there's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to do a cut, but that was just a little quickie. But anyway, with these guys, like I said, nice family dogs. They love children. They do really well. You know, even with this shorter coat, these guys do like to be outside as well. We're coming in the winter and stuff, so they don't mind going outside. They will need some exercise a little bit. Running around the house is going to be fine, but she's going to like to go outside. She's a little girl too, if I didn't mention that. But they are going to like going outside and running in the yard and playing and just being a little puppy. Now you play with this crinkly thing instead of chewing on me. So this is our little French Bulldog, okay? And I give up, huh? This is our little French Bulldog. She is actually what we consider a Lilac Merle, okay? If you look, she's got some blue colorations in here, but if you look at this, this has a little bit of a purple kind of hue to it, and that's thus the lilac. So this is what we consider a Lilac Merle, okay? Now that's pretty unique. Merles, with the Merle color pattern, you either like it or you hate it, and neither is correct or wrong. You know, it just depends on the person's personal view. But I like the Merle pattern, but I like Frenchies. Frenchie's, typical Frenchie, she's going to be probably in that 22-ish pound range. And when she matures, she's still got a ways to go because she's only 10 weeks old. She will retain this color too, guys. Frenchies do not lose their color. Okay, so if she's a Merle, she's going to stay a Merle. That's not going to dilute or do anything else. So she will stay just like that. Now, your Frenchie, of course, goofy little guys, silly little personalities. If you've never owned a Frenchie, goofy is just a really good word for them, because that's exactly what they are. They're entertaining, and they're just a lot of fun to be around. You do want to watch because they do have a short muzzle. Now, granted, it's cooler outside at this point, but we do always point out, and this is with any short-nosed breed, and there's lots of them. You know, so your Frenchie is, you know, most bulldogs are. You've got your Shih Tzus, your Pekingese, Lhasas, Pugs. Those are all short-nosed breeds. And with these guys, you do want to be careful in the summer. Keep that in mind. If you want to get her, you don't have to worry about it right now. But keep that in mind come summertime, that the high heat, the high humidity is very, very difficult for these guys to breed. If you're out, especially in the middle of the afternoon, which is probably the worst time to have these guys outside. So if you're going to take these for walks in the summer, do that in the morning, or late in the evening. But morning time, early afternoon is better. By the time we get up to 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, that's when we're typically at the highest humidity levels and things. So you would really want to back that down. But other than that, you really don't have a lot of restrictions on these guys. This is a shedding dog. It is a short hair. And with this color, it's fairly neutral in color. So it's really going to blend in with most of your house, probably. So you're not going to see it. And of course, it's smaller body size, so we're not going to have a lot of volume of hair. With her, I would have probably used just a rubber curry brush. And a rubber curry brush, it works with like static electricity, and we'll just pull out any dead hairs that are there. I do want to throw out something about diet on these guys. French bulldogs of any kind, are kind of a little prone to some medical issues, medical concerns. Some of that is diet. It has to do with the bushy face and the wrinkles up around the eyes and things like that. Not so much with your Frenchies. You get into your English, they're a little bit more medical needed as far as having things done to them. But it is possible with any bulldog. And one thing you can do as far as coat and medical stuff is diet. You want these on a very high-ended diet. I like, me personally, again, personal preference, I like to use fish diets with my bulldogs. I like fish because of the oils that are in the fish diets, the omega-3s, the omega-6s. That does wonderful for their coats. Bulldogs are very prone to skin-related issues. All bulldogs, even Frenchies, even though it's not as bad with Frenchies, but they are more prone to skin-related issues. And feeding a very good quality diet, like I said, I prefer fish, although you don't have to, but I prefer it. And because I like what the fish brings to their coat. Gives them a beautiful shiny coat and stuff like that. Now the fish diet, you are only going to find that available in adult food. You will not find that available in puppy food. So right now she is a puppy. She is on puppy food because she needs that for her body to grow properly. But once she got up to about maybe 5-6 months old, even though the bags tell you differently, they tell you to feed them till a year. I don't agree with that, but once she got up to about 6 months old, I would roll her over to one of our grain-free adult diets, which are actually what they call all age specific. So you can feed it. You can feed it to puppies, but the problem is the bite is bigger, so it's harder for puppies to eat. So I don't normally do it myself, but and I would roll them over then and use that as the diet. So keep that in mind. With their diet, you want something a very good quality. Now this little girl, like I said, very pretty, very, very pretty, and very unique. I'm very pleased to offer her to you guys if you're interested in something like this. Like I said, she right now she's not pictured on the website, but she will be, and she will be tomorrow, but she's here to play with now. So when we open up tomorrow, if you are looking for something very interesting and very different in a French Bulldog, we've got what you need. So we're going to step over. We have one more play area to talk about, a couple little munchkins over there.
And then also for those of you that were asking, the little dark colored one is a mini Schnauzer. And then we'll get to you in just a sec. The little munchkins, as Mark likes to call them. We'll get to these guys in just a sec. But again, that was our mini Schnauzer and our French Bulldog. The French Bulldog was the pointy-eared one that was a little bit lighter color, the Lilac Merle. And then the darker one was our mini Schnauzer. A little bit more about us as well too. If you guys want to find out more information, check out our website. That's going to be yournewpuppyllc.com. If you guys can hear me over that.
You better hurry before she eats me.
Getting attacked by cuteness.
I know.
Anyway, as always, we do appreciate the likes and the follows and whatnot too, as well. And if you guys do have questions we're unable to get to during the live, feel free to direct message our page after the live and we'll get there. But I've talked enough because this one's just literally demanding attention just as the breed normally does, which Mark will get to in a sec. This is a very opinionated breed in a small package. But I'll go ahead and pass it over to Mark.
So, a little mouthy down here. All right, that is our Morkie. Okay, that's a Maltese and Yorkie. Her name is Echo. And then the all-white one, that is a Bichon Frise. And that is Opal. Come here. Holy smokes.
I think her name of Echo suits her there.
Goodness gracious, child. She is a munchkin. She is a munchkin, too. She's just a little over 2 pounds. She's going to be tiny. We didn't teacup her. Because I don't think so, but mature weight on her is probably going to maybe be 5 to 6 pounds. So she's definitely toy size. You know, she is a Morkie. Morkie is Maltese and Yorkie. Very, again, different color pattern for a Morkie. It's standard on a Morkie when you do that mix. Morkie is Maltese and Yorkie. Of course, your Maltese are all white. And your Yorkies, traditional Yorkies, of course, black and tan. So what you generally get color-wise when you mix that is going to be either traditional black and tan like the Yorkie, or or you're going to get a brown color, kind of a sable color. Now her daddy is actually a party Yorkie. Party is two colors, and he's actually black and white. So he's a party colored Yorkie, and that is where this is coming from. Really, really nice and small. This is a very, very low shed, and this is more definitely of your purse puppy. You know, she's probably going to be one of those that is carried around her entire life, which I don't actually recommend that. It's really not. I'll actually go into that real quick. So these guys, you know, it's human nature, and I get it. I mean, she's so stinking freaking cute. You know, how can you not want to just carry her and hold her and love her, and she'd get kisses and stuff? But dogs are very comfortable on the ground. Okay. You know, to them, their world, they look up to their world, and that's normal for them. Okay. They are actually very comfortable. You know, I am very much a proponent of let a dog be a dog. Okay. We can love them, we can spoil them, you know, and we can baby them. I'm going to talk to you in a second. But, you know, I mean, they're dogs, and dogs have 4 feet, and they should be down on the ground. You know, it's okay to carry her a little bit and stuff like that. I would definitely be very, very cautious of doing one of these deals up on the couch and stuff. That is a very long drop, okay? And if you don't have some puppy steps for her to get down, I am holding her, by the way. I have one hand on her. If you don't have puppy steps for her to get down, if she tries to make that jump, you're not going to be real pleased with the end result. She's most likely going to break a leg or something. Little common sense when you're dealing with a teeny like this. What I like Michael said, what I like to call munchkins. You know, but sassy too. A sassy munchkin. So, but she's full of it. So if you want definitely some feisty little package in your house, tearing around, barking at you like she was barking at me, waiting to get talked about, you know, here you go. We've got her. Her name is Echo. This little one right here. So our little Bichon. This is
Real quick, Mark, I'm going to do a small interruption.
Yeah.
If you guys are seeing one of these guys during the live and you're interested in getting some more information or potentially getting one, feel free to direct message our page after the live. We can get you guys that info, or you can call us during normal business hours. We're not accepting calls right now because we're talking to you guys and talking to you about the pups a little bit. But you can always call us tomorrow. We're open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where do you find that info? On the website. That's going to be yournewpuppyllc.com. And again, Mark is talking about the black and white one there, which is a Morkie, Maltese, and Yorkie. And then it sounds like he's going to transition to the pure white one with a little bit of coloration on the ears here in just a second. So go ahead, Mark.
Okay. So, yes, I was finished with Echo, okay? And I was getting ready to talk about Opal. Opal is our Bichon Frise, and a pure Bichon, registered little Bichon. So she is on the smaller side for Bichons. There's a wide range. There's not supposed to be, but there is a wide range of weights on Bichons. I've seen some Bichons up to 20-ish plus pounds, and they're actually not supposed to be that big. They're supposed to be more down towards the 12-ish pound range, which is where she's going to come in at. She's got a nice little body, nice size for her, and like I say, more realistic to the where Bichons are technically supposed to be. But nothing against yours if you have a 20-pounder. I've definitely seen them, and we've had them in here to sell too. You know, but normal size on these guys is supposed to be a little bit smaller than that, and she's going to be closer to that. I do want to throw out, we mentioned it a couple times, we are celebrating Veterans Day on Tuesday, and we do want to personally thank each and every one of you that have or are serving. And we are doing that by honoring you by giving you a $25 in-store voucher that you can use here. You do have to come and pick that up, so if you are a veteran, if you're local to us, please swing by the store anytime between now and Veterans Day, which is Tuesday. You can even come in on Veterans Day if you wish, but we have a voucher here. You are welcome to grab one, and you don't have to buy anything, they're free. It's just a $25 voucher for us to say thank you to you, and you can, whoa, almost lost her. And you can use it for anything that you want in the store, and apply it however you need to. So let's talk about our little Bichon that almost jumped out of my hands. So that was because I didn't have a really great hold of her. So that brings up another really good topic with kids and how accidents like that almost happened. When you're holding these guys, you really shouldn't do what I was just doing, which I had a very loose hand on her. I was not securely holding her, and in doing so, she jumped and almost hit the floor. Luckily, I'm very close to the floor, but if I happened to be standing and that happened, that would be, she could hurt herself pretty good. So holding a puppy, cradle them just like this is the best way to do it. Always hold the butt, keep them nice and secure. I'm using my arm to keep her tight against me. Her legs are actually dangling. That is on purpose, because if I was holding her legs, you know, if I was holding them, I'll do it this way so you can see. If I was holding her legs, she could thrust off of my hand. All right, so if I'm holding her butt and her legs are dangling, she has no thrust. So this would be the correct way to hold a puppy. Don't do what I just did, so that nobody gets hurt. Now, with your Bichon, Bichons are, of course, a couple of things. They are first off, they are very, very low shed. Okay, they are also a scale 4 on our allergy scale, and what that means is they are incredibly good if you have dog-specific allergies. This is what people ask us all the time. We assign a number to it. 1, 2, 3, 4 is our allergy scale, and that's really to be used as a guide, so that you know kind of where you're at. And this is, of course, if you have dog allergies. If you have environmental allergies, the allergies to cats, those are all different and may not necessarily even apply. But she is a scale 4, which is what you guys would consider as to be hypoallergenic. So, now this is a hair coat, okay, very soft hair coat, and this will require combing. Actually, she does too, and I didn't mention that, but she has a hair coat as well, and hers is, because of the Maltese, it's a finer type of coat, so we do want to comb her out as well. I'll comb for these guys, both of them, because they're both hair dogs, and comb them out about 3 times, about every 3 days, I mean. And to the trips to the groomers is a must. Groomer's going to need to clean them up and keep their hair at a shorter. It depends on how you want to do it, but puppy cut is very standard with these guys, and a lot of people do that. And that's fine. You know, most breeds, purebreds, have their own specific cut. If you want to go that route, that's cool. But just a puppy cut is an easy maintenance type of cut or coat. So now your Bichon, these are or can be just a skosh harder to train. They do have just a little bit of stubbornness in them. It's not all of them either. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's kind of individual to the dog, but I've seen it happen. So, if you run into that, then I would definitely recommend doing some puppy classes with these guys. That is a very good way to communicate, to learn how to communicate to them, and to learn how to get them to do some basic commands, things like that, walking on leads, and just some of the basics. Some breeds are a little harder to work with than others. If you have had dogs in the past and have trained several, then you know what I'm talking about, and you'll probably be perfectly fine. They're not that bad. I just want to always throw it out. Like I say, the purpose of this is to educate you, and that's going to be about all things possible. So educating you about things that could happen as far as dealing with obstinance in the dog or stubbornness in the dog, or extra vocal in a dog like this one. You know, yeah, you are so adorable. Anyway, so do some puppy classes and you'll be just fine if you're a novice owner. Now, other than training, like I said, smaller package, nice little puppy, does well with kids, families. You shouldn't have any issues. Kids, with this one, with Mouthy, even though she's kind of sassy, I would be very cautious if you had children that are under about 8 years old, under 6 years old, definitely. With her, just because her size is too small. So anyway, so that's a little bit about these two little munchkins. I am going to step up and step out, and we are going to finish this up.
All right, and while Mark's coming up here to go ahead and get us closed out, he'll give us a little teaser for next week too. Again, this is Friday Night Live at Your New Puppy. Thank you guys for all the likes, follows, and subscribes. We're dual streaming on Instagram and YouTube. One of the common questions that we do get is price. Because of Instagram, we're not able to throw that out, but here's what you guys can do. If you direct message our page after the live or call us during normal business hours, we are open 7 days a week. We can get you guys that info as well too. Or if you just want to check out some pups and just learn about some pups, you can do that as well too. If you want here, Mark was also thrown out there as well. We are doing a veteran special, which he will throw out too. We do thank you guys for your service. We do appreciate you, and we have a way to do it in a concrete way that Mark will talk about here, and he'll also talk about what's coming in next week. But I'll go ahead and pass it over to Mark if he doesn't keep getting chewed on, licked on, barked at, pawed in the face.
I know. Everybody today has been like super radical for whatever. I don't know.
If you guys want to have some fun, we got some fun pups.
I think Michael gave these guys like sugar or something before the live. I don't know, because everybody was being like full-blown pupping. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, if you want to learn stuff about our pups, you know, you're of course welcome always to come in. Go back through our channels. You know, we post all kinds of videos and content and all kinds of stuff that talks about these guys individually and education about them and just all kinds of information. So you don't, you know, if you're not local and you just want to learn a little bit about some of the dogs, just go to our social media channel. I mean, our pages are loaded with videos and stuff, TikToks and just everything, you know. So anyway, yeah, as Michael mentioned, and I'll say one last time before we part, we are celebrating Veterans Day, which is next Tuesday, by honoring all veterans with a $25 voucher, good for anything in our store. You do not need to come in to buy something just to get this voucher. It is free. $25 for us to say thank you to you in appreciation for what you have done for our country. So, little teaser for next week, because we have a lot of great dogs for next week as well. We have some English cream golden retrievers, Shiba Inu, little Shiba Inu female, mini golden doodles. We have 2 of those. It's a male and a female. We have some Yorkie poos coming in. One of those is Blue Merle. We have You're Eating My Shirt. We have a couple Cabochons, a male and a female, traditional white and red Cabochon, and Cockapoo. Black and white Cockapoo looks a lot like this one, except it's got some beautiful tan, like Groucho Marx eyebrow tan kind of eyebrows things going on, but nice little pup there. Shih Tzu, red and white Shih Tzu, that's a little boy. Yoshan, that regular Yorkie Bichon, and then some Pouchon as well. So that is what we will have next week to talk about. If you want to see what's coming up closer to Christmas, check the future litters page on our website. There is, I said something to our store in the thread in our store, that we have probably the nicest selection of dogs, unique colors, varieties that I believe we've ever had. And I've been doing this for a really long time, as you can tell by the gray hair. But anyway, yeah, some beautiful, beautiful pups coming in between now and Christmas. So if you're looking, we do also offer layaway once you're getting closer to Christmas. I'll talk about that more next week. So let's wrap it up and just say thank you very much. And we want to wish all of you a fantastic week.